we're going to have. We're going to get started. I'm going to do some introductions here in just a second. You'll see I have a PowerPoint presentation. For those of you that don't know PowerPoint, don't feel bad because I didn't know about it until last week. And if there's any spelling errors, I'm sorry, because as I said, I didn't know about it until last week, and I just learned how to use it 2 days ago. So let's get started here. We are here for the Pleasant Ridge Neighborhood Watch. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. You guys amaze me. Every time anything for Pleasant Ridge, you guys come out in full force. I appreciate having you here. The Pleasant Ridge Police Department is your sponsor for the Neighborhood Watch. We did have a Neighborhood Watch before. It was 50 years ago or longer. I found pamphlets in the chief's desk. There were 3 little thin pamphlets about what to do. So we're going to start a whole new program tonight. And I hope you guys enjoy it. There will be a time at the end where we're going to have answers and question and answer section, so just hang tight, and we're going to try and get you out of here relatively quickly, and hopefully with a lot of information.
Bob, are there any empty chairs up front?
There's one here, there's one here, there's one here, and one over there. Sorry, we're getting a little crammed in here. First off, this handsome guy is your director of the Pleasant Ridge Neighborhood Watch. If you don't know me, my name's Officer Reed. I've been here since 2000. Became a dispatcher in 2000, became an officer in 2001. Thanks to you guys, I am now a certified firefighter since last year, and let's not get into that. I'm a firearms instructor. I'm a juvenile officer. Even though we don't have a school, I could be a juvenile officer if we had a school. We only have half of one. And I'm a multiple Mothers Against Drunk Driving award winner. I'm just a little bit about me. I'm married. I have an 11-month-old kid at home. So I am the one responsible for putting these signs everywhere. We've received calls wanting to know why they're everywhere, because if they weren't everywhere, we'd have people going, I didn't know about the Pleasant Ridge Neighborhood Watch. So don't worry, they're up. They aren't going to be up for long. They'll be taken down probably tonight or tomorrow. I'm also the one responsible for the Facebook and all the Facebook friending and the Facebook page. To the people that sent me all the things saying, you know, that's against Facebook's terms of service to make that. Thank you very much for being the Facebook police. I really, really appreciate it. This is your Pleasant Ridge Police Department. We are a small police department, but I think we run really effectively. And if you've ever had any chance to encounter any of us, I hope that you think the same. That right there, that's the handsome guy that is somewhere in the back. That's Chief Swiskowski. Oh, he's in the very back. Chief Swiskowski's been here since 1986. That's Sergeant Bunting. He's been here since 1993 or 91? 91. Since 1991. Officer Fern's been here since 1996. Officer Nagy's been here since the year 2000. Once again, that handsome guy's been here since the year 2000. Officer Nowak retired from Garden City Police Department, and he came here in 2006? 2006. And Officer Wright came here in 2008. So, in case you need to know any of us, that's us. Just to give you a brief overview of the Pleasant Ridge Police, there's a little bit of some misinformation about there, and I get a lot of people asking me, well, wait a minute, is a Berkeley officer going to come up and help me out? What's going on? You have Pleasant Ridge police officers in your city 24 hours a day. Okay? There's a little bit of a misconception about that, but we are here 24 hours a day. Berkeley is merely our dispatch center, and we use them to house prisoners. If we get into something where we need more officers, we will call an officer from another place to assist us, but we are usually the first responders. That's a very rare occurrence where we need extra help. As I said, Berkeley answers our 911 calls and our non-emergency calls after 5 p.m. So that's where we're at with that. As I said, we respond to all calls in Pleasant Ridge. That's Officer Nowak, trying to figure out how to fill out the report on that one. That is the infamous house at Cambridge and Maplefield that gets it every single year. So we do all of our own investigations with Pleasant Ridge Police. Occasionally when we get something a little bit out of the ordinary, we may call the Sheriff's Department for some assistance, get another investigator have a couple heads working on it, but we do all our own investigations here. We interrogate all our suspects here as well. After we do our stuff, we send it over to the district court and Oakland County judges. They take it from there. That's Judge Apple and Judge Goubeau from 45th District Court. So if you haven't had the opportunity to be over there, congratulations, you're doing everything right. All right, there is one thing that we can't do, and that's the reason that we're here tonight. We need your help. Without you guys calling and letting us know what's going on, we don't know. We do catch crimes in progress, but we need your help. So that's why we're starting up the Pleasant Ridge Neighborhood Watch, to give you an idea of what exactly we need and what you can expect if something does happen. I'm not going to go through our whole mission statement here, but that's basically it. We want to just let you guys know about how to keep safe, how to keep your family safe, how to keep your property safe, and how to keep Pleasant Ridge moving the way it is. We are a relatively safe community. Once again, I just learned how to do PowerPoint. A few things about the program. It's a neighborhood watch. It's not a police department. We need you to call us and let us know when something's going on. The program is voluntary, but if you start driving me nuts about terms of use from Facebook and everything else, I'm just going to kick you out. Vigilantism will not be tolerated. I'm sorry? I can try.
There's women in the summit.
Is that any better? Okay. If you break the law, you could be prosecuted. That's the gist of it. This is what I do not want to see. I do not want to see someone standing there in their underwear with a gun with a guy on the ground screaming, "Get on the ground!" when I show up. So if I show up and I see this, I'm not going to be happy. What do we want to do with the Neighborhood Watch? There were a bunch of pamphlets. Hopefully you guys got the pamphlets. On the third page of the pamphlet, it has a sign-up. We are going to have a notification service. I'll go into that in a couple minutes. That's one of the main things that I wanted to get out. That's a new thing with the program. Know your neighbors. That's a huge part of it. Even if your neighbors don't want to know you, at least know them a little bit so that we know when something's out of the ordinary and when to call us. The main thing, call us when you see something suspicious. We get calls all the time of, there was a suspicious guy walking down the street and he was going west on, whatever road, Norwich. And he was heading towards Oakdale, and I don't know what he was doing, but I saw him come out of the backyard. We get all the information. Okay, what was he wearing? What was he doing? Blah, 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 blah. When did this happen? How long ago did he leave? Last Thursday. We need to know sooner. And when we say, why didn't you call last Thursday? They thought, oh, well, I didn't really think about it until I talked to the neighbor across the street, and they said, maybe you guys would want to know. We want to know immediately. If I can get anything across to you guys tonight, call us immediately. Don't think that you're bothering us. No matter how big or how small the call, we will come out. That's what we're here for. Don't feel bad. Don't feel like you're bothering us. Don't feel like it's too small. We will come out and try and take care of the issue. Some other things with the program. We're going to have signs eventually placed coming into the neighborhood. They're going to be the actual logo that we had at the very beginning, the Pleasant Ridge Neighborhood Watch logo. So I don't want to get calls going, oh, it's tacky, I don't like it. We plan on having at least 2 meetings a year. We may have volunteer street captains. This program is basically what you guys want. I'm going to be available to take any suggestions, complaints, comments, anything that you need after tonight, so that we can figure out what you want. The street captains, it wouldn't be a huge commitment. It would basically letting me know what you guys want and what problems you may have on your particular street, traffic issues, anything like that. But we'll go from there. We do have the Pleasant Ridge Neighborhood Watch stickers. If you want to throw those on your house, we'd appreciate it. And the notification system that we'll get into will keep you informed. I'm available by phone. My business card's back there. It has the email address and the phone number. Let's get into the notification system a little bit. It's provided by a service called One Call Now. When you sign up for that, you have the option of putting in your home phone number, your cell phone number, and an email address. If you put down all three, when we go to send out a notification about something, it's going to send it to all three. It's going to give you a robocall basically, just saying whatever our message is. It could be anything from a lost child to the power outage, to which happens quite frequently in the city, as we know. We want to try to keep you guys informed as much as we can, and try to not clog the phone lines as much as we can. So when the police department finds out when the power is going to come back on, we want to be able to send a message to your phones, your cell phones, home phones, hopefully still working. Get that out to you. If we have a lost child, we need help. We want to get that out as quick as possible, see if anybody saw anything. On the off chance that we have like a burglary, something like that, we may send something out saying, hey, we had a burglary on this street on this date. Anybody see anything unusual that they could help us out with? We go to the houses around where a burglary would happen, but sometimes people just have to be driving by, walking the dog, whatever. As I said, it'll be text, cell phone, call, home phone. The thing about that, if you put your cell phone number down, it's automatically going to send you a text message if you opt in for that. So basically what you do is you fill out that information on there, you put down your cell phone number. If you want text messages to come to your cell phone rather than a robocall, you're going to send, where is it? You're going to send a text alert, or the word alert to 22300. So if you guys want text messages to come to your phone immediately, you can grab your phone right now and text the word alert to 22300, and then once we get your information back and it gets entered into the system, you'll get those text alerts. We're going to move on to know your neighbors. You guys know your neighbors more than any other city I've ever encountered. I grew up in Royal Oak. I lived there for 21 years. I knew one person on my street ever. Some people don't want to know their neighbors, but it's nice that you know what cars are coming and going, just so that you can tell us when you see something suspicious. I don't know if any of you have had me come to your door and say, there's a strange car in your driveway, I just wanted to make sure everything's okay. Happens a few times a year. Pleasant Ridge Police know way too much about what's going on in the city, and sometimes we see a strange car and we will come to your door and ask if it's supposed to be there. So, just a little insight to our job. Quickly want to go over suspicious. I looked up the word suspicious and it said tending to cause or excite suspicion. I went, okay, thanks. I classify suspicious. If it doesn't seem right, call us. Once again, you are not bugging us. We need to know what's going on. We want to check it out. We want to make sure that everything's all right. Don't feel that you're bothering us at all. One thing I did not mention when I was giving my little bio, I watch a whole lot of TV and I drive my wife insane. One of my favorite shows is Judge Judy. I TiVo it every day. I have 2 episodes waiting at home for me now. Judge Judy has a couple things that she says that I absolutely love. My favorite is, if you lived to be 1,000 years old, you wouldn't be as smart as I am right now. And the second one is, if it doesn't make sense, it's not true. That is the greatest thing, the greatest saying. Because, think about it, if it doesn't make sense, it isn't true. About 8 years ago, I was behind Cork. Most of you know where Cork is. And I had a gentleman who decided to relieve himself in the alley. And as he was standing there, I came up on him and I said, sir, what are you doing? Oh, nothing. I said, where are you coming from? Home. Where do you live? Clinton Township. Where are you heading to? Home. Where's home? Clinton Township. I said, let me get this straight. You drove 17 miles to come to this alley, to urinate in the alley, to go back home. Yes, I did. Okay. If it doesn't make sense, it's not true. There's something else going on. So if somebody's coming up to your house and they knock on the door and they say, oh, I'm sorry, I was looking for Mike. Does Mike live here? No, Mike doesn't live here. Call us. It may be someone checking to see if you're home. They may go around to the back of your house and try to break the window and get it. Something. It could be someone actually looking for Mike. But guess what? When we get there, we'll figure it out. We'll get on scene, we'll talk to him, and we'll see what's going on, and we'll see if it's the truth or not, and we'll go from there. Suspicious. I think this guy's a little bit suspicious. I just want to go over a few things about what I consider suspicious. We get people walking down the middle of the street, looking at cars, just wandering by. We get a lot of people walking in the street here, and I'm sorry if I'm one of the ones that said, excuse me, there's a sidewalk available, can you please walk on it? People are loitering in the same spot. People walking and stopping and looking up driveways to see what's going on. People dressed in a winter coat in the middle of the summer. It's just not right. Door-to-door solicitors that seem to skip houses and just go to certain houses that they want to go to. And while I'm on solicitors, call us when we have solicitors. They have to sign up with our police department. So if you have someone coming door to door, call us, we'll come out. If they don't have a permit, they're getting kicked out. Unless it's religious or political. Sorry. I just went over the people coming at your door asking for Mike, but anything that you don't think is right and you get just that weird feeling, call us. That's what we're here for. A little bit of a suspicious vehicle. If you see this car, call us. Any van that looks like that says free candy, we want to know about and we want to see what the heck is going on with that guy. You get cars that are idling in the same spot and you don't recognize it. I could go on and on all night, but call us. Anything that you see, it's suspicious. A couple other things wanted to go over. Most of you guys know it, but just want to give a refresher on when to call 911. When property is being stolen or damaged, and I put by someone other than the owner because sometimes people get upset and decide they're going to break their own property, which is your business. Any crime in progress, you see something going down, call 911. A fire, you're calling 911. Someone's injured, calling 911. Medical emergencies, you're calling 911. Everything else, call our regular number, 541-2900. If it's after business hours, you're going to get a message saying, thank you for calling the City of Pleasant Ridge. If this is an emergency, hang up and dial 911. Once again, if it was an emergency, you would have already dialed 911. Otherwise, you can hit 1. It's going to connect you instantly to a police dispatcher. They're going to be up in Berkeley. They're going to ask you a bunch of questions. So, suspicious people, suspicious vehicles, traffic complaints, people are speeding down your street. Let us know about it. We'll go out there.
I have one question on that.
Hold on. We're in the question and answer section.
No, I mean, that point you made there about the 911.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if it's fixed, but before that, if you went through the office, 541-2900, and got the Berkeley dispatcher, you couldn't hear him.
We have had issues with it, but we believe it's resolved.
If you dial 911, you can hear him.
As I said, we believe it's resolved.
Okay.
For those of you that don't know, Pleasant Ridge Police Department does do vacation checks. If you guys are out of town, you can call us. We're going to ask you, when you're gone, when you're coming back, what cars are there, who's allowed in the house, who isn't. We stop by, we check the house, we make sure it's locked up. Our officers on midnights go by, shine it with a light, make sure nobody's, in the backyard, that type of thing. Burglary reports where the suspect is gone. You come home, and I'm not trying to scare you because it doesn't happen very much here at all. So, and loose dogs, that type of thing, you can call the non-emergency number. When you get on the line with the police dispatcher, some people find it really annoying because we're asking a million questions of you. A couple weeks ago, I was actually answering a call and the lady said, just come out here, you'll see what's going on. I said, okay, I'll be out there. But what we're trying to get through is the 6 W's, the who, what, the where, the weapons, and the welfare. We want to know who's involved, what's going on, where it's at, when it happened. Hopefully it wasn't last Thursday. If there are any weapons involved, and if anybody's injured. We're going to ask you a bunch of questions about who and what is going on. Just a little bit of it there. Age, race, sex, height, cars involved, license plate numbers, all that type of stuff. My best advice to you is take a picture. I don't know if you're going to have a Polaroid available. If not, grab your iPhone. That is going to help us a ton. People have asked, it may incite the person a little bit more if you're, up close. Could possibly, but any of you that have called Pleasant Ridge Police, how fast are we on scene? We're there usually less than a minute. Once we get there, we will talk to the person, we will find out what's going on, and if they aren't doing anything wrong, it's no big deal. We'll just have you delete the picture. They're happy, you're happy, I'm happy, and we can find out what's going on. If you see suspicious people, suspicious cars, anything like that, take a picture, take a video, then switch over, call us immediately. We will come out, we will diffuse the situation. That's what we are here for. Now the big moment for me. Who has some questions? I understand the Berkeley thing. Yes, sir.
Could you clarify when is a suspicious person an emergency? You want us to call 911 to report someone walking out of a back there?
No. You can call the non-emergency number. If it's after hours, immediately hit 1. It's going to put you with the police dispatcher. We only have so many 911 lines that are available at once. When we get like an injury accident on 696 or on Woodward, all of a sudden every single 911 line will light up. We answer the first one, and then we're trying to get the people off to clear up those 911 lines in case we had a second incident come in. Suspicious person, don't worry about it. It's going to take 20 or 30 seconds to get that info from you. And as I said, we'll be on scene within a minute most of the time. It's very rare that we aren't. But yeah, suspicious people, just call the regular 541-2900 number. If you don't have it stored in your phone, put it in your phone. Yes?
If they're walking out of the backyard carrying TV set and stuff, then we go call 911?
Absolutely. Let me clarify that, sir. If it isn't one of your neighbors and you are 90% sure that there's something, they're loading merchandise, feel free. So let me clarify that. Okay? Yes, sir.
In the interest of time, when you call the non-emergency number, can you press 1 before hearing the whole message?
Yes.
Okay.
As soon as you start to hear Miss Allison's or Miss Porce's voice come on, you can hit 1, and it's going to direct you immediately to the police dispatcher. Yes, sir.
Officer Reed, first of all, thank you very much. This is magnificent. The notification process sounds great. A lot of the other stuff are things that it's great to reinforce. A lot of us knew this for a long time.
I know you did. I just wanted to.
Perfect. But let me ask you, was there any consideration of keeping like a permanent record of relative next of kin, emergency contact, which neighbor has your key, so that...
As I said, we can make this whatever you guys want. For a long time, when we had our dispatchers in the office, we kept a card file, and we had a card file on pretty much every house. We still have a bunch, and we still refer to those. But we can make this program whatever people would like. I have a friend that's an officer in Bloomfield Hills. The Bloomfield Hills residents actually give their keys to the police department. Now, I'm not condoning that because I do not want to keep track of your key. But I mean, we can make this whatever you would like. I mean, that's what we're here for. Yes, sir.
Can I ask what prompted this meeting? Has there been an uptick in any certain types of crime?
No. Every year we have a few, we call them LFAs, larceny from autos. Most of them are people not locking their car door. In future meetings, I'll go over, I plan on having something different for each meeting. Tonight was more on suspicious people and when to call us. I'll do one on home security, personal security, that type of thing. We have a few of those. We may have a break-in once every couple years, but no, there was nothing really that prompted it. It was a few residents that were concerned and wanted to start a neighborhood watch, and so we said, all right, let's start up our neighborhood watch again, and let's see if we can make it better, especially with the notification system, because we plan on trying to keep you guys in the loop as much as we can on what's going on. Yes, ma'am.
Is there any evidence that having the sign posted is effective? I've heard criticisms of that in other communities.
I do not know the answer to that. I mean, researching this program, I looked at all kinds of programs. There's one through the State Department. It didn't have anything on there about that whatsoever. Most of them condone putting the signs up. I don't know whether it's effective one way or another, but hopefully we'll make it look nice. Yes, ma'am.
You said you are going to put up neighborhood watch signs.
Yes, ma'am. That's the
Is
plan.
it going to be overkill like it was with the signs about this meeting?
No, ma'am.
Isn't there a protected neighborhood or another name that can be used than the common neighborhood watch?
You're killing my whole program here. I mean, I put together the Pleasant Ridge Neighborhood Watch, and you just want to throw it in the garbage. I promise I'm going to make it look nice and professional. I know the yard signs were overkill, but as I said, I needed to get the word out, and if I only put out a sign on each street, I'd have 10 people here and going, oh, really? And then the next day we get 100 calls going, I didn't know there was a neighborhood watch last night. I'm sorry if you didn't like the signs.
No, I just thought it was overkill.
That's what I was going for. I was definitely going for overkill. All right. As I said, they will be removed tonight. I only had them out there a week and a half. Okay. Do I have any other questions? Yes, sir.
I'd like to make a suggestion.
Okay.
One of the best deterrents to crime is lights. Lights.
That's coming up in my next. You just blew half my next presentation.
Well, what suggestion I wanted to make, because this is an input from the community, that I
Absolutely.
noticed that a lot of backyards and recessed garages are very, very dark, and you can get these very
The motion lights for like 20, 30 bucks.
day and lights that cost about $2 a month for you to do that, and that's a pretty good deterrent for crime, and that's something that all the people can help. We can all help each other by doing that. Light up some of the backyards.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And as I said, that's probably going to be my next one is, home security. I plan on doing a meeting, as I said, at least 2 times a year. I want to have different topics each time, keep everybody updated on the notifications, and I want to keep rolling with whatever you guys want. If you want something different, if you want us to keep record of what's going on, we can do that. But absolutely, one of the greatest deterrents is at night, turn the lights on. When I drive down Amherst at night, I don't know if you guys have ever seen me out at night and I turn my lights off and I start driving really slow and I freak a few people out because I'm looking for people breaking into cars, which I still haven't found because we're a safe community. But it is very dark. There aren't many street lights on some of the streets. So absolutely, with the energy efficient bulbs, cost you $1 a month. Yes, sir.
As you go forward, are you going to go through the city and assess each street to make sure that we have adequate street lights out there? Because there are some streets, as you mentioned, that are dark.
We do that already. There was a problem up on Kensington last year.
Still is.
I know. But we do that. We have the street light out reports, that type of thing that we do. So we will continue with that. I think it's getting hot in here. People are getting restless, so let's keep moving on. I know. What time does the game start? It's got 32 minutes. Come on. I'm already at the wrap up. How great is that? Know what your neighbors are doing. Even if they don't want to know you, just peek out, see who's there. See if you're going to see someone suspicious. Call us at 541-2900 when you see someone or something suspicious, unless they're stealing stuff out of the yard and it's a crime in progress. Then call 911. I'd love to have everybody in here sign up for the notification system. It's going to take me a week or so to get everybody entered into the computer. If you put down your cell phone number, you're going to have to hit alert to 22300. You're going to have to text that. It's in the brochure. It'll let you know how to do that, and that'll opt you in for the text alerts. Don't put yourself in harm's way. We don't want you to get hurt. We don't want you chasing people down the street. We don't want you trying to detain them. We want you to call us so that we can get on scene fast and find out what was going on. Don't be a vigilante. I don't want to see anybody out there in their underwear holding someone at gunpoint. Hopefully you guys will come to the meetings for more updates. As I said, I wanted to do one on security, home and family. Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
You know that recently there was a guy and he got out of his car and then shot. Like, would that type of thing be sent to the, I wouldn't want my kid to be riding their bike around it, or if they would, I would say, get home, or.
On the notification system?
Yeah.
Absolutely. If we have, occasionally we have school lockdown. Ferndale will put schools on lockdown if we have a crime in progress, that type of thing. If Ferndale's putting someone on lockdown, it's close to us, we're going to send out a message, hey, just so you know, Ferndale has put, schools on lockdown, we're looking for this person, let us know if you see anything, that type of thing.
So you would alert the community?
Absolutely. We're going to use it for critical incidents, emergencies, and if we need any help in solving any crime. Okay? Yes, sir.
For the next meeting, I think it'd be helpful if you could talk about what has been implemented in other cities to sort of suggest possibilities for the consideration of the citizens, rather than have us just post things. We're not reinventing the wheel here.
Absolutely. But I like to take everybody's suggestions because sometimes people come up with stuff that I haven't even heard of. I did review a ton of different cities and what they do, their crime mapping, all that stuff. I personally don't think that we need the crime mapping. We don't have that much, and when we do, we usually solve it pretty quick. So there's no real reason for it. But absolutely, I'll go into all of that. Things to look forward to. The signs will be taken down tonight or tomorrow. Okay, Officer Nagy will get on it. Is he here?
He's already taken them down.
He was supposed to be here. He's probably like, what? Alerts are going to be sent out in case of emergency. Once again, if you sign up for that service, you're going to get either a phone call, a text alert, or an email. It's going to be brief. It's going to tell you what's going on, and hopefully should clear up any problems that you have. And I even get to set what the voice sounds like. It's a little robo voice. Don't worry, I'm not going with the British lady because I couldn't understand it. We're going to have periodic updates. The website is still coming together. We have a company called Tech Resources putting it together. I think it still says under construction, but it's off of the city website, cityofpleasantridge.org/neighborhoodwatch. You can contact me at watch@cityofpleasantridge.org. Again, that's Officer Reed, if you have any questions. Did everybody in here get the mailers? Okay, just wanted to make sure that those got out. And as I said, this whole program can adjust to your needs. Okay? Oh, one thing. Did everybody get one of the thing for the door prizes? Did everybody get a ticket? If you didn't get a ticket, can you raise your hand? Whoa. Is Bridget around? Chief, is Bridget back there? Apparently. Yeah, I'll do a couple more questions. Yes, sir.
Number 2, alerts, those will be 24-hour alerts? Around the clock?
We wouldn't do something late at night unless there was something dire. I can actually set the system. I was looking at the system yesterday. I can set it to do it between certain hours and where it won't let me do it for anything else. And I'm going to do that because Berkeley Dispatch may be the ones entering that. And I know people don't want to hear the British lady talking to you at 4 o'clock in the morning telling you that there's a gas leak at somebody's house and to watch out or something like that. No, it'll be reasonable, but we also want it where if there was some type of crazy emergency where you guys would be notified. So we're going to set it for anything like that. I mean, it would have to be something very drastic. Yes, sir. I couldn't get the backslash because I need people to. I wanted to put Facebook's /Pleasant Ridge Neighborhood Watch, but I can't do it unless I get 100 likes or more. So it takes me to do that to get to name it. Yes, ma'am.
There are a bunch of us who didn't get the brochures. Will they be available in City Hall?
We will have them available in City Hall. There's actually a box back there on the floor that has a ton of them. There should be. What's that? Oh, okay. They're in the hall. Yes, ma'am.
If these aren't turned in tonight, do we bring them to?
You can drop anytime you want to. You can drop off those notification forms at City Hall, at the police department. We'll take them, and we'll have other brochures in case you don't have them tonight. Yes, ma'am.
All of us are going to have ideas about and feedback about this. What's the best way to get back to you on that website that you're getting ready to?
Probably the email, watch@cityofpleasantridge.org. That's going to be the easiest way. My business card is also up there. It has the contacts on there as well. Yes, ma'am.
Do you want one of those per household or per person, per adult?
You can do it per household. You can add extra numbers on there if you'd like. If it's, the kids or something, or we can add extra onto the same household. All right, if you didn't get one of the tickets,